Are you ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of the Walk On Red Shirts podcast. We have our friend Adam from Southern Rivals joining us today. I really appreciate you taking the time here to join us tonight, Adam.
Yeah, thanks y'all for having me.
We are doing college football rivalry draft tonight, which I'm sure William's going to get his blood boiling a little bit tonight.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Full disclosure, I was looking up like some rivalries, and I came across this website. You know what? I'm going to shout them out, and this is not a positive shout out. FanBuzz has an article on what are the top rivalries, and they have Clemson, South Carolina at 18, and in front of them they have Lafayette versus Lehigh. First off, the rivalry is called The Rivalry. Please tell me where Lehigh is, and please tell me where Lafayette are. Most people can't. I know. See, I thought Lafayette was in Louisiana, so here we are. So this
I thought
is
that too. Yeah,
the Lafayette Leopards. What the heck is this? So okay, thank you, FanBuzz. You have now discredited yourself forever.
So is the rivalry going to be a sneaky first pick for you?
Yeah. So I'm going off of this. That's my first pick. It has to be the best rivalry of all time, apparently.
I'm curious. So I did a bunch of research, and anybody that's watching will be able to see our draft board here soon. But there's a lot of very interesting names for rivalries that are out there. A Division III, the biggest little game, Amherst versus Williams.
Wow.
Called the biggest little game. There's some definitely interesting names out there. I'm really curious where some of these teams are going to end up, and some underrated ones that might make the board here. Let's not wait any longer. Let's get into this. Draft board here looks real nice and fancy. Shout outs AI, because I'm not smart enough to actually design.
Wait,
this.
AI built this?
Yeah, AI built this.
You explained this to me before, and like it just not clicked in my head that this is great.
I'm not smart enough to build this. I'm not smart enough to build this, and it's going to keep track of our draft board. We got the draft order over here on the right. If you're watching on YouTube, this is real fancy. I'm not smart enough to be able to do this. Got all these ones that are listed in here. Please try to pick the ones that are in here. If not, it's fine. We'll manage.
Is Central Michigan versus UMass in here?
I don't believe that one is part of the new rivalries yet.
What's the name of that game?
Central Michigan versus UMass.
Is that what they call it? I don't think that's what they call it. What do the helmets say? Oh, Central Michigan's a C. And UMass.
We're gonna have to change our explicit if we start talking about that game.
I didn't say anything. I haven't said anything.
Yeah, yet. I feel bad. I feel like we should always let the host go first, but for some reason AI let me go first. Probably should have.
And you had no control. He had no control of this, people.
No.
None. I actually clicked randomize. I should have just always let the host go first.
If it were up to him, he would have swapped it. I promise you. He promises.
I'm a big fan of that middle pick. Well, so I'm going to get this kicked off. I'm going to pick the real easy one here. I'm going to take Ohio State versus Michigan, the game. Feels like a very easy first round pick. Ohio State fan. I mean, if you don't know anything about this game, I don't really know why you're listening to this podcast. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I might be the biggest Ohio State fan on the planet.
Yeah, Will is. I feel like that's a very easy 101. I mean, you guys might disagree, but I feel like that's a very easy 101 pick.
So I did a mock of this, a simulation, if you will, to practice for the night. And I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I was like, there is no argument for number one. I feel like Ohio State, Michigan has to be the number one rivalry. Honestly, it's one of the best rivalries in all sports. When you think of the biggest rivalries, you think of Ohio State, Michigan, the Red Sox and Yankees, the Steelers and the Ravens.
Duke, North Carolina, and basketball is right there, too.
Yeah, Ohio State, or not Ohio State, the Celtics and the Lakers. Those are all the biggest ones. But I think like the two biggest ones in my eyes are, Ohio State, Michigan, Duke, North Carolina.
Yeah, for sure.
I could see there being an argument. I'm not going to give away because if somehow one of these make it back to me, I don't want to spoil it. But I could see how there being an argument for a couple other ones in here, at least in the first round. But it feels like the 101 being the game between Ohio State and Michigan, especially with the renewed hatred. I know it's going to come off the board here probably soon, but the Iron Bowl at least has lacked it a little bit lately, just because Auburn has kind of fallen back a little bit. You know, the coaching changes since Gus Malzahn has left. They really haven't been. Auburn hasn't won. They've gotten close. There was, the 4th and goal at the 29-yard line, Jalen Milroe, but Auburn, I feel like they've got to win a game here soon to kind of push the rivalry back up towards the top.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Sharon Moore coach in this year's game.
Yeah, same. I think they should hire him back.
I haven't watched any sporting news until today. So, is there a reason did I miss something?
Hey, funny enough. Okay, so Sharon Moore gets fired for inappropriate relationship.
Oh,
they won the national championship.
Ohio State gets fired. That's a guy getting fired for inappropriate relationship.
Ohio State's president resigns for an inappropriate relationship with a podcaster.
Hey, shout out to podcasters.
He didn't chase her down with a butter knife, though. Didn't chase her down with a butter knife.
Allegedly.
So what scandal is Indiana going to have? Because now if you win the national championship, somebody's got to resign because of an inappropriate relationship.
It's just that rivalry.
It is, yeah. It's a toxic relationship.
It really is.
All right, Adam. They have some class and they chased after podcasters.
Exactly. Adam, you're up. Pick number 2, the 102.
Man, the Palmetto Bowl, Clemson, Carolina. I mean, you look at this season, I know. They were the homer pick on this. I mean, you look at Clemson, Carolina this past year. Both teams, Carolina was atrocious. Clemson just with a really bad down year, and still Williams-Brice Stadium over the noon kickoff, and it was like 28 degrees at kickoff, filled to the brim. Everyone's rocking. The environment. You
28 degrees. It was that warm down there.
It was a good modest warm 28. Yeah.
Usually when I go to Ohio State, Michigan, like 28 is pretty warm.
Well, our blood down here in the South is not built for that. So it was.
You're not cold-blooded creatures.
No, we are not. We are not. So for me, that's the easy choice. Being from the state, you're on one side or the other. There's no toe in the line. There's no being straddling the fence. You're one or the other from the day you're born.
It really is, and I think it doesn't get. I mean, obviously, I'm biased too. I've been on both sides of this argument. Clemson and Carolina fans hate each other, despise each other, and to the point. And it's similar to Ohio State, Michigan, where. If Clemson were to win the national championship but lose to South Carolina that year, people would be disappointed in the year. I mean, Jake, you could probably speak about it. Y'all lost to Michigan but won the national championship. You're glad you won the national championship, but you're like, God, I wish I would have beat their behinds too, because now they can hold that over my head.
I mean, and but I'm not going to get rid of the national championship.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not either because I'm not Delulu. But then you add shout out the kids. I can still say Delulu, but. And you also talk about the added layer of the rivalry of South Carolina being the SEC. So you have the SEC versus ACC bias. You have South Carolina versus Clemson. It's awesome. It's awesome. And then read my article, go on the Walk on Red Shirts, read my article on the history of the Palmetto Bowl, and you will see there has literally been bloodshed over this bowl. Mm-hmm. There has been ROTC. There's been battles. There was a battle on South Carolina's campus over this rivalry game. This is one of the best rivalry games of all time.
All right. End of the first round, William. What's your pick here?
So shout out Adam. I love the troops. Army Navy. So Army Navy is going to be my pick because I love the troops. Nobody else on this podcast loves the troops because they didn't pick Army Navy. Hey,
that had to go in the first round. That made it to the second round. We were going to have some issues.
Which one of y'all's rivalries has its own weekend?
That's a good point.
They're
talking about moving it. They are talking about moving it.
They can talk about it all they want. They're talking about moving the Clemson South Carolina game, so that makes it just as American as the Army Navy game. So we love the troops, and shout out the troops. Shout out Adam. Thank you for your service.
Thanks, sir.
The Army Navy game, honestly, is the content of the game that great? Sometimes no. Maybe Adam likes it because of the triple option, but being a Citadel guy, shout out the Citadel. But the pageantry around it, everyone has to at least have it on TV. There's so much cool things. The flyovers for those games are peak.
Yes.
That and the Rose Bowl have the best flyovers by far.
The Rose Bowl flyover, that's chef's kiss every year.
It is chef's kiss. It looks a lot better than the snow-covered blizzard that the Army Navy game usually plays in. So Shout out to the troops again. My second one, this is a really tough one, actually. I'm between two very, very big games. And I think because of what this game has given to us recently, in like every single year, no matter how the teams are doing, it goes well. I have to go with the Iron Bowl.
I was going to say the Iron Bowl really should not be making it this far down.
So,
but
Alabama.
If somehow it made it to me, I was going to be like licking my chops. I was going to win this. I was going to win in this Twitter war for sure if I had the game and the Iron Bowl.
Yeah, well, I love the troops and I love the South. So good luck, Jacob. You talk about some iconic moments. You talk about the kick six. You talk about Jalen Milroe's Hail Mary. You talk about Bryce Young having to march down the field and beat Auburn in overtime after being down, only scoring 3 points the entire game. I forget what it was. This game
wasn't he down a bunch of points as well, and then came back second half and they won.
What's that?
Cam Newton.
Again. Yeah, they were down 21 or 24 or something like that. Came back and won the cam back. So there's just been some phenomenal football games that have come into the state of Alabama. So the Iron Bowl is my second overall pick.
All right, Adam, back to you.
I think for me, let's go to the method of supporting the troops. The military classic of the South, Citadel and VMI. I mean, this is a game where
I hope to God I have this one on here.
This is what I got a few in my back pocket that I'm curious if you're going to have them or not. This is one, man. This is pure bragging rights. I mean, the environments for these games. Obviously, attending two of them at my time at Citadel out of the 4 years. You got cadets from both schools on both sides, just talking smack to each other the whole time. The field is chippy the whole entire time between the players. And it's just a pure, just bloodbath of bragging rights for the whole 60 minutes. It's absolutely phenomenal. And it's a game that it's, regardless of how good or bad either team are, that game always just provides some sort of fireworks and is so unpredictable. But it makes it so exciting.
I love that.
You managed to find one of the games out of all of them that I don't have on here. So
did he have to make another pick? Or what are we going to do?
No, I was able to build another one real quick already. So shout out AI doing this. So I'm able to add it in here real quick.
I'm not gonna lie, Adam. I didn't have that on my list. So you stole that one from me.
Hold on.
There's also some big time rivalries that don't happen anymore.
There's a lot of big time rivalries that don't happen anymore.
That one hurts my little heart.
All right. Now that I was able to add his rivalry that I didn't expect on here, Citadel versus VMI.
Hold on.
Okay.
There's another list that has Lafayette versus Lehigh. Am I missing something?
I'm not tracking this.
These two small private schools are located just 17 miles apart. They've met 159 times and didn't miss a matchup between 1897 and 2020, which makes it the most played rivalry and longest uninterrupted annual series in college football's history.
Wow.
Who could forget Lafayette versus Lehigh?
I'm taking the Holy War with my second pick. Part of it is because I think it is, if it's not the best rivalry name in college football, I think it's number 2. And I might take the other one with my next pick because the Holy War you talk about in the state of Utah, this is a massive, massive deal.
Who plays in that game? I've never heard of it.
I know you're joking, but there's somebody who's going to believe you that you don't know it's BYU in Utah.
BYU Twitter is a very scary place.
BYU Twitter is passionate. They are very, very passionate. And this is one of the most heated and intense rivalries, but it also is one of the most scenic rivalries in
Is
all
this
of
Utah
college
versus
football.
Crumble Cookie?
Yes. And Crumble Cookie has lots and lots of money. Lots and lots of money where they're able to retain their coach after he is basically ready to board the flight to Penn State. And then Crumble Cookie steps in and says, we've got enough money to keep him. My second pick here, I'm going the Backyard Brawl because I think the Backyard Brawl is arguably, again, between the Holy War and the Backyard Brawl, those are the two best rivalry names in college football to me. Backyard Brawl, they're separated by 50 miles, West Virginia and Pitt. just an absolute hatred between the two. And yet, while they don't play every year anymore, they do schedule it pretty frequently. And you got to think back to 2007, where Pitt beats West Virginia when West Virginia had a chance to go to the national championship game with Pat White and Steve Slayton, but Pitt takes it and they beat West Virginia and send it into a tailspin because then Rich Rod leaves. Two rivalries that are absolute hatred. There's no other way around it. Big fan of my two picks here.
Who plays
all right, Adam.
I think I'm going to go the Clemson Florida State series is one that always.
I swear, if this might not be on here either.
The Bowden Bowl.
Yep.
No,
always so much on the line, especially whenever it was the two divisions, and the winner of that game was essentially going to have the inside track to the ACC championship game. So many remarkable memories. My most favorite one being when I was there. It was 2000, if I'm not mistaken, 2009. When Kyle Parker, Andre Ellington, they go up, score in the fourth quarter, and "We Will Rock You" is just booming across the PA system, and then DeAndre McDaniel 2 plays later with the interception to seal it. I mean, that play was absolutely phenomenal.
Was that the hit stick on Christian Ponder?
Yes. Who came into that game, I think, already with bruised ribs or something like that.
Yeah.
And he took that shot, and that place just absolutely went bonkers.
I did not plan on that one either because that one's a little bit. That
one's
a little bit.
I got
one
more curveball. I'm gonna throw to you later on. So
I'm sure I'm gonna have to make another one too, just because.
I love these curveballs. Keep it coming at him. I'm surprised that one's not on there. The Bowden Bowl. I feel like enough people know about it.
Well, I also picked rivalries that had more than 50 occurrences in FBS, and Florida State and Clemson haven't because Florida State didn't join Florida State was independent until they joined the ACC, I'm pretty sure.
Hold please.
I'm curious how many times they have total. How many times?
80.
I thought it was more than 50.
Then it didn't fall on the Wikipedia rivalries page.
Fake news.
They just started playing in 1970.
They played 80. Well, I guess they probably played a little bit before that then too. Okay, we are
predating Florida State's membership to the ACC. The rivalry really emerged in 1988. They called it the Clash of the Styles. That was the Punt Rooski. The Bowden Bowl, Dabo versus Jimbo Fisher. I already know what 2 picks I've got, and I cannot wait.
Hold on. We're still working through it.
Go ahead and put Lehigh and Lafayette on there too while you're at it.
I'm pretty sure they are. Go ahead and start talking about yours, and I'll get it updated here.
So I was about to take this one with my number 2 pick. I was about to take this with my number 1 pick. So I'm very thankful it made it back to me. I'm going with the Red River Shootout, Texas, Oklahoma. So again, this one has its own fair that goes along with it. It goes along with the state fair, the Texas State Fair. Plays in the Cotton Bowl every single year. It's one of the few games that I don't care that they play at a neutral site. And it literally is split right down the middle. You have Crimson and you have Burnt Orange. And it's one of the best games. Again, similar to the Iron Bowl, even when Oklahoma or Texas are having a down year and the other team's having a good year, you still get a hell of a game. So you think of Dicker the kicker a few years ago with Gus Johnson calling that one. You think of Kyler Murray's comeback in the touchdown in the corner of the end zone. There's just been some phenomenal football games between those two teams. And then my second pick, the Egg Bowl, and Ole Miss and Mississippi State. What's better than having the post-Thanksgiving food coma hangover than laying down on the couch, trying to struggle and finding some jeans that fit, so you're wearing your stretchy pants still, your Thanksgiving pants, and you're just laying on the couch, ripping some leftover turkey, sipping an ice-cold glass of milk, and watching Ole Miss and Mississippi State play in the Egg Bowl. Again, one of the most iconic moments was just a few years ago. I think it was Dante Moncrief who did the dog peeing leg.
I thought it was
Elijah Moore.
It was Elijah Moore.
Yeah,
Elijah Moore. I mean, and again, this game, there's so much hatred that goes into it, and these teams, quite frankly, have been horrible most of the time. But that game is still very, very entertaining.
Red River Rivalry is a classic. Honestly, the value getting it there in the third round. I'm actually mad that I didn't pick it. I definitely should have taken the Red River Rivalry.
You did the right thing.
Egg Bowl, classic. They moved that off of Thanksgiving, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they moved it to Friday instead of Thanksgiving, which when it was on Thanksgiving, it was the best. It's still good on Friday.
But on Thanksgiving, I mean, for those of us that, hey, we enjoy the NFL, but like Thanksgiving night, Egg Bowl, college football.
Thanksgiving's for college football.
Hated rivalry. Like, I was tuning into the Egg Bowl. I was 100% tuning into the Egg Bowl to watch that. I mean, it's almost like a where were you when Elijah Moore, pissed like a dog and then pissed away the victory.
Wait, can I ask a question? This AI rivalry population has the battle for the Bryce Cole musket between Maine and New Hampshire, but it doesn't.
I pulled them off of Wikipedia and I gave it all the rivalries that had so many. I went to Wikipedia for it.
I am upset with Wikipedia. I'll say that.
There's a lot of interesting ones on here. The Brawl of the Wild, Montana versus Montana State.
That's actually, I've heard that's like this year they played the Super Brawl because
how about the Dutchman series, RPI versus Union in New York?
Oh, who could forget?
Okay,
who could forget? Who could forget the Mercer County Cup, Grove City versus Teal?
Make sure DePaul versus Wabash are on there.
How about the paint bucket, Hamline versus McAllister?
Who could forget Pittsburgh versus Syracuse in the Pittsburgh versus Syracuse game? What a rivalry name.
Who could forget the Wooden Shoes rivalry? Hope College versus Kalamazoo.
Don't start naming all these things because then you're going to give us ideas. Don't do that.
Hey, we're back to Adam here. It's your pick, Adam.
I'm gonna go with that one near the top of there, Alabama and LSU.
That's classic.
A game that
pick.
Man, there were so remarkable moments in that game too, and similar to how Clemson Florida State used to be with the division. Same thing for Alabama and LSU. One of those where the winner of that game had the inside track to Atlanta and always produced great moments.
I mean, for the longest time, essentially the winner of that game was going to the national championship.
Correct. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, you want to talk about Les Miles versus Nick Saban? I mean, the mid 2000s to the mid 2010s, that was arguably the biggest game of the year.
Absolutely.
You looked at that on the calendar and you circled it and go, "Yep." Especially when CBS only got one night game a year, you knew they're taking that one. Yep. They're taking that one because that's going to be the biggest game of the year. Not even just the SEC. I mean, it was so big that they played it again. Granted, the one in 2011 that was terrible when it was 9-6. You can talk about how great a defensive battle it was, but also it was kind of crappy football at the same time.
Yeah.
You don't know ball. You don't know ball. You Westerners.
There was multiple missed field goals.
That was because of the defense. They were rattled.
Alabama was a better team. They lost that one, and then they clearly weren't the better team when they played the national championship.
Was that the game where was it Patrick Peterson who had the pick when he was going in the end zone? They reviewed it.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know.
I gave y'all a lot of information right there. I don't know how you didn't, with the context I gave you, come up with what I was talking about.
I'll be honest, I don't remember when Patrick Peterson graduated college either. Probably around then, but I don't know. All right, my last two picks. There's definitely some good now here, and I'm going to have to actually scroll here to see what I'm missing because I know there's some good ones out here. Farmageddon, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
I don't know why it's called this, but the world's largest outdoor cocktail party, that's got to be considered.
That's the trophy they play for.
I didn't know they played
the
for
Okefenokee or.
The more you know. The more you know. See, Notre Dame USC can't be because they're canceling it. I'm not going to give them any sort of spotlight if you're canceling that.
And why does Notre Dame play for two Shalai trophies? Jewel Shalai and Shalai.
One's jeweled, duh.
Well, okay.
Exactly. One's jeweled. Third Saturday in October is an interesting one. I'm thinking about that one here. But I think my first one, we've got some good ones still out there. Bedlam, I'm sorry, I can't give it to Bedlam because they don't play it anymore.
That would have been a really good pick.
Like,
because you haven't taken the battle for the Bryce Cole musket.
I love the border war, but Kansas, Missouri don't play anymore.
They play now. They started it back up.
Yeah, but like for a short period of time. They're not doing it for like a long period of time. We are gonna go with the third Saturday in October for the first one. I know that Nick Saban dominated this rivalry like heavily.
They were still great games.
Heavily, but there was a lot of good games in there. A lot of good games. This game has gotten better now that Tennessee is A, they're back up, and B, Alabama fell down a little bit. When Alabama is not on the pedestal, they're going to be playing for a national championship. And now that Josh Heupel has them running again, I think the third Saturday in October has grown a lot. And I think we're going to see it be better over the next couple of years as well. I think Tennessee is on the up and up, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoffs again here in the next year or so. I think that they are recruiting it well, and I think this is a strong rivalry. Last one, I'm going to take clean old-fashioned hate here.
That's a good one.
Clean old-fashioned hate. Love the name of it. Great name. Two Georgia teams. Obviously, Georgia has dominated it, but Georgia Tech has been competitive. You talk about 2 years ago, they went 8 overtimes. This past year, while it might have not been the most sexy game, Georgia Tech was in that game, and they gave them a hard-fought battle. But Brent Key's got Georgia Tech moving in the right direction. I think this game is going to be competitive for a little while, and Georgia Tech is starting to bring in some talent there. They got Justice Haynes at running back this year. No Mr. Injury-prone Haynes King this year. But Georgia Tech brought in a quarterback this year, didn't they?
Yeah,
it was Mendoza's brother.
Yeah, Fernando Alberto.
Okay, yep. I thought they brought in somebody better. No offense to Alberto, but I'm not.
They had the backup was going to be really good, and I'm forgetting his name.
Philo. He went to Florida.
Aaron Philo. Yeah, he followed Buster Faulkner to Florida.
Yep.
Yeah. So, see, mine is kind of the all-name team. No offense, but the game, clean old-fashioned hate, backyard brawl. Third Saturday, October, and Holy War. Like
you didn't give me the Commander in Chief.
So that's because you didn't ask for it. Commander in Chief is on here, dude.
But I said Army Navy. Is that not the same?
The Commander in Chief is for all three
Air
of
Force.
them.
That's Air Force. You're right. You
got to have all. You could pick it, but then you're doubling down on the same rivalry.
I gotta be Thanos.
You could take it, but then you're doubling down on the same rivalry. So is it really worth it? You're getting the value there in the 5th round.
It might be because I love the troops.
All right, Aaron, final one here. Final one.
For me to talk about names, this is one out of the SoCon.
Please have it on.
I know this is coming. The Big Dog Bowl, Wofford versus the Citadel. Two schools who used to routinely run the triple option. We have since learned about the forward pass and up-tempo styles have evolved a little bit in that sense. But this is a game that same thing, man. It goes by in the blink of an eye because everybody just ran the football with triple option the whole entire time, but always had fireworks, regardless of how good or how bad both teams are. And the student bases hate each other and all. And it's a ton of fun to talk junk on the SoCon Twitter, especially the Wofford fans. So give me the Big Dog Bowl, Wofford and Citadel.
That's a hell of a name.
And the least surprising thing, I don't have that one. I don't know how you managed to just find all the rivalries that I don't have.
That makes me so happy.
We're going to go and have AI at it again. So,
Adam, I wish all of yours weren't on there.
Well, now in the future, when you guys do this again, these will definitely be on your radar. So,
Yes. Yeah, they'll be on my radar the next time. All right, Will, go ahead. And who is Mr. Irrelevant? Who is the final game for you?
Well, they're not calling Farmageddon anymore, so I don't want to take that. A part of me wants to go a little off kilter here.
I swear to God.
A part of me wants to go Catholics versus convicts, but they haven't played a lot. I think they've only played like 30 times. So I don't know. Is that really a rivalry? I mean, I think it's more of a rivalry within social media, and
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. That I think it's more of a Notre Dame versus kind of thing.
Yeah. I want to do Iowa. No, I don't. Dude, Jake, this is tough. This is tough. You know what? I want to feed my FCS people. I want to go with the Super Brawl. I want to go with the Brawl of the Wild. The more I find out about this game, the better it is. It splits Montana in half. There's two big-time schools in Montana, Montana and Montana State, the Grizzlies versus the Cougars. Is it the Cougars or the Wildcats? Pretty sure it's the Cougars. I'm doubting myself now. And then you get this year, like in the FCS, they played each other in the semifinal, and they called it the Super Brawl, which is freaking cool. I feel like I have enough value at the top of my pick that I could throw something in here, and still come out with the W in this competition. So give me the Super Brawl. Actually, wait. Do I only have one more pick, or was that my last pick?
This is your final pick.
Take off the Super Brawl. I did not know that was my last pick.
I said it was Mr. Irrelevant.
You did say that.
I said it was Mr. Irrelevant. So
okay. I'm pivoting. A part of me wants to go Texas A&M. They finally brought the rivalry back, and where I find out about that rivalry is cool to the point where Texas A&M does not allow their agricultural school to grow anything orange. So they even make sure their carrots are not orange carrots. They can't have anything orange on campus. That's pretty cool. I think of the Minnesota-Wisconsin rivalry, the Paul Bunyan's Axe. That's pretty freaking cool. Iowa versus Iowa State. There's a guy at where I work who goes to Iowa State, and he hates Iowa. Talk about each other is absolutely phenomenal. The Apple Cup is still there. Harvard versus Yale is still there. Who could forget? You know, I'm Brawl the Wild. I'm still going Brawl the Wild.
After all of that, you're going to go with Brawl of the Wild.
Please tell me it's not there.
No, it is. It is, because I saw it. So, to recap, I have the game, Clean Old Fashioned Hate, Backyard Brawl, third Saturday in October, the Holy War. Adam's got the Palmetto Bowl, Alabama versus LSU, the Citadel versus VMI, Clemson, Florida State, and the Big Dog Trophy, which I don't even remember who you said it was between at this point.
Wofford and Citadel.
Citadel, okay.
Terriers versus Bulldogs, baby.
Yep.
And Williams got Army Navy, the Egg Bowl, Red River Rivalry, Iron Bowl, and Brawl of the Wild. You've got a pretty good name team there too, William.
That's good, yeah.
Brawl of the Wild, that's like a very underrated.
Yeah.
It's extremely underrated.
Agreed.
And honestly, the Montanas both need to be FBS. They need to follow in North Dakota State's footsteps.
All right. 30 seconds. William, why should your team lobby to everybody why your team should be the winner of this draft? Why should your draft grade be an A?
Number one overall pick, America. We own all sports, including hockey now. We love the troops.
We're not. I don't know if we own baseball anymore, though.
We'll find out.
Yeah, that's TBD.
And you know what? All the Italians are actually Americans anyway, so don't let them fool you.
They are just Americans.
Yeah, they're all from New Jersey. And then Army Navy, we love the troops. Egg Bowl, Elijah Moore peeing on the field goal, which cost him the game. Red River Rivalry, our shootout. We will not call it the rivalry. Can you change it to shootout, or is it not going to fix?
I'm not changing anything else.
I will not be censored. Well, just that takes away my point for that because that really just put me in a blender. The Iron Bowl, Alabama, Auburn, iconic, the second best rivalry in all of sports, third best behind the Palmetto Bowl, and then brawl same in all of college football, the best FCS bowl or rivalry game. You can't beat my five. You can't. I've got the dream team, the starting five. I mean, Larry Bird is the brawl of the wild. You don't expect much out of him, but he comes out back hurt and everything, still scoring points. Charles Barkley is the Iron Bowl because he went to Auburn. The Red River rivalry is Michael Jordan. The Egg Bowl is Clyde Drexler. And then the Army-Navy game is 100% Dennis Rodman. I mean, you just get
David Robinson was right there for you to take, and you picked Dennis Rodman. David Robinson is literally nicknamed the Admiral because he went to Navy, and you picked
because Dennis Rodman, his game is ugly, it's horrible. He doesn't look good on paper, but by God, you want to tune in when he's on the court.
You also want to tune in when he's off the court.
Off the court is fun too, but we don't get to talk about that too much.
Adam, 30 seconds or more if you want to rant like he does. Why is yours going to get the A grade? Why should people vote for yours?
There's plenty of diversity here. You got a few of the big name brands, and you got a few of your mid majors, if you will, with the Citadel VMI, Citadel Wofford. Each of these.
Can I push back with the diversity? There's 2 Clemson and 2 Citadels on here.
Okay, let me go. Maybe not diversity, maybe more of both ends of the scale here. You got your big names, your big dogs, and then you got your smaller dogs, your smaller schools. Not your just all the big
also that names. Play for a big dog.
Say what now?
You smaller dogs that play for a big dog.
That's right, exactly. The Big Dog Bowl. I don't think you can beat that name, to be completely honest with you. There was one rivalry that I left out just because it just completely dawned on me just a few minutes ago. There is a Low Country Boil trophy that is on the line between Citadel and Charleston Southern. That is probably the best trophy you can think of.
How many trophies does Citadel play for?
The Big Dog Bowl, and then we have Furman, then we have the Military Classic of the South, the Silver Shako, and then we have the big old Low Country Boil trophy with Charleston Southern.
So, like, the whole second half of the season, you're just, like, out there
pretty
playing
much
for trophies?
That's the life of the
so. And then do you celebrate March 9th?
March 9th. Oh, boy.
I know Harrison does. That's the year that the Citadel beat South Carolina, and South Carolina went 3-9. So 3-9, you got to celebrate 3-9 day.
There we go. I always celebrate the November 2015 date.
That's a great one too. That's a great one too.
I think it's the 20th or 21st, which one of those two.
I never forget when the Citadel gave Alabama a fight for like 20 minutes.
I remember exactly where I was. I was at Fort Leonard Wood, and I was watching it on my phone, and I saw it went to halftime at 10-10. I nearly shit myself. Just posting on Facebook, screenshots. Oh my God, we're going to do it. And then it come out to miss the field goal to begin the second half, and then it just went downhill extremely quickly.
Alabama opened up a can.
They did
real quick.
They did. Yeah.
They remembered that they were Alabama and said, "Okay, we're done with this."
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why mine gets an A. I mean, I already talked about it. I have the best rivalry names out of everybody. The game, clean old-fashioned hate, backyard brawl, third Saturday in October, Holy War. Sorry, none of your rivalries anywhere near to it. The Holy War, the backyard brawl, those are 2 of the best names. The game, it's simple. It's very easy as the 101. Third Saturday in October, another great one. I mean, you want to talk about history? There is so much history in these rivalries.
I'm sorry that I love peace. I don't want religious warfare, and I don't want fighting in people's backyards. I mean, that means families are being torn apart. Your entire thing is about families being torn apart.
You're right. But I have clean old-fashioned hate in there, too.
Yep, that happens with families, too.
Yeah.
The Game.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
If you were to tell the story of college football, you could look at my 5 rivalries, and that would tell you a pretty good picture on the history of college football.
The Army-Navy game was college football. Until WW2,
until that they decided to change the damn sport and allow the forward pass.
Oh, scumbags! That's what we had too many communists come over and give us the Red Scare, and then boom, here comes the forward pass.
Yep.
Iowa didn't get that memo.
No, they did not. Neither did Michigan last year or 2 years ago.
Michigan last couple
Michigan
years.
finally. What's funny about Michigan is they couldn't throw the ball 2 years ago, so they go and get the best quarterback in the class, and then they don't give him a quarterback coach because they don't know what to do with it.
They weren't really sure. They didn't believe in the forward pass. They didn't know that they actually could hire somebody to coach the kid. They didn't know it was allowed. Well, Adam, I really appreciate you joining here. This was a lot of fun. Adam, I want to give you a chance. Go ahead and give a shout out to where everybody can go find any of your content and where they can follow you guys.
Yeah, man, give us a follow on X or Twitter if you enjoy funny memes or office gifs of us with banter with SoCon fans or South Carolina fans when Citadel gives them the belt in football and baseball, which is why Harrison's not here tonight because I don't think he wanted to talk to me after
licking wounds
with him last night. And we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Love it.
Awesome.
They really do great work. They do great work. It's on my list right now because of the slander he spoke about Death Valley. So I'm glad he didn't make it tonight because I had some choice words for him. I have not forgotten. I will never forget. But great work that they do over the Southern Rivals. So please give them a follow. And go learn about these freaking rivalry games that even AI doesn't know about. Go learn about them.
It's not AI. It literally just pulled stuff from Wikipedia, and I gave it all the rivalries.
Don't listen to Jake. AI doesn't know jack.
It knows how to make a pretty cool draft board.
It does.
It does.
Missing VMI and the Citadel.
It did, and the Big Dog Bowl.
And the Big Dog Bowl.
I can't.
And the Bowden Bowl.
I can't with you right now, William. Okay. Well, if you're not doing so already, make sure you go follow us on social media at Walk on Red Shirts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you're getting your social media content. Follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple. Go follow William at Walk on Moose, or you don't have to. I can promise you. Actually, maybe you want to go unfollow him after tonight.
It's a good follow.
You can go unfollow William. It's fine. He's not actually that important to follow. You'll probably get annoyed by his content anyways.
You probably will.
That being said, I appreciate everybody
You
joining.
won't like me.
Appreciate everybody joining in. We'll see everybody again next week.